Stay with me and pay attention to what I have to say, because what I'm going to tell you in this video will benefit you for the rest of your dating and relationship life. Have you ever wondered if it's possible to live rent-free in a woman's head, to the point where if you don't reply for a few hours, she becomes desperate for your attention? Imagine her wanting every part of you, being completely addicted to you. The secret lies in giving her something unique, something she can't get anywhere else. Whether you're in a relationship or just starting to talk to a random woman, this strategy works. So, what makes you stand out? Have you ever noticed how some guys just seem to have that magnetic pull? They offer experiences, emotions, and connections that others can't. What if you could leave such an impression that every time she hears a certain word, song, or joke, she thinks of you? Warning, I'm going to give you 9 rules. If you follow these, any woman will become obsessed with you. Use these rules with good intentions and be a real man. Watch till the end. If you like the topic of this video, please comment with OK. If you don't, please share your preferred topics so I can make better videos in the future. Number 1. Maintain a bit of mystery. Predictability can be the silent killer of excitement in a relationship. Mix things up and keep her guessing. When you're too predictable or always available, it's like serving her the same meal repeatedly. We want to keep things exciting and interesting. By allowing her to wonder about your activities and interests outside of your time together, you let her figure out what you're up to. This sense of curiosity generates anticipation, keeping her on her toes. Share aspects of your life, hobbies and adventures, but also allow her imagination to run free. Number 2, don't give in to attention bait. When she realizes she hasn't heard from you, she'll try to get your attention in an indirect way, usually through social media. She might do this with a nice picture of herself or a subliminal status about you. She's doing these things for you. Don't like her photos, ignore them. She'll sit there like a hyena, waiting for its prey to fall into the trap, wondering if you'll notice or like them. When you like her pictures, you let her know that you see and acknowledge her. This is validation for her. She'll notice that none of the likes on her picture are from you, which will drive her crazy. Number 3, be busy. The art of staying busy is crucial. You don't want to be the guy who orbits her like the Earth circles the sun. You want to be the guy who lives his own life, pursues his own interests, and seeks his own adventures. Show her that your life is not always about her. So here's the first piece of advice. Keep hanging out with your friends and pursuing your interests as you did before meeting her. Be the guy with a thriving social circle and a life full of excitement. This shows her that you're not desperate or clingy, but rather an independent individual with a multitude of interests. When you maintain an active and fulfilling life outside of the relationship, it creates an aura of intrigue. She sees that you're not solely focused on her, and that's a good thing. It gives her the space to miss your presence and wonder what exciting things you're up to when you're not together. Let me know down in the comments whether you're a busy guy or chasing after women. Number 4, show her you're still living your life. When a woman misses you, she will use social media to check on you. If she logs in and sees little to no updates from you, she'll assume you're not doing much with your life. Share some of your successes and fun times on social media. This doesn't have to be boastful or arrogant. Even if you don't have any major wins, simply posting a nice picture of yourself at an expensive bar or cigar lounge will suffice. Dropping hints about your achievements shows her that she is missing out on your life events, and women enjoy being a part of a man's life events. The next few points will determine the size of your courage. so keep watching to find out. Number 5. Don't be anxious when she reaches out. When she does reach out to you, don't get too excited. Excessive excitement is a major turn-off for women because it indicates dependency. When you are overjoyed to hear from her, it shows that you have been missing her and waiting for her to contact you. In her mind, she envisions you sitting by the phone waiting for it to ring. Instead, keep it cool and give her simple, polite responses. A simple, "Hey, how are you?" is enough to stand out. Number 6. Create jealousy. This doesn't mean you have to go on a full-fledged date or have sex with someone else. This could mean posting a photo with friends, especially if there's a woman in it, or maybe tagging a woman in your photos or stories. Believe me, she will notice and stalk her page to find out who this woman is. She could be a friend. The point is that she doesn't know. Her imagination will lead her to believe you're involved with another woman. Even posting a picture of your celebrity crush can make a woman jealous. The point here is that you're showing her you have other options besides her, because in reality you do. Number 7. Create a memorable experience. You must create memories that will make her think of you long after the adventure has ended. Be creative and tailor these experiences to her interests and passions. What are her favorite things? What makes her heart race? It could be anything from a romantic picnic in a beautiful setting to discovering a hidden art exhibition or taking a spontaneous road trip to a nearby town she's always wanted to visit. The key is to make these experiences memorable. We want her to feel as if she's entering a world of enchantment where the ordinary fades and the extraordinary takes center stage. Number 8. Don't contact her. Women are accustomed to men submissively seeking and chasing after them. But if you are always around, no one will miss you. Simply refraining from interacting and distancing yourself will keep you in her thoughts. She'll begin to wonder what you're up to, because the fact that she hasn't heard from you will drive her imagination wild. She'll start imagining you with other women, and jealousy will set in. By not contacting her, you demonstrate that you're self-sufficient and do not rely on her to get by in life. The real reason why no contact works is that it feels like rejection. When a man shows a woman that he's well-equipped and capable of handling life without her, she realizes that she's an option, not a requirement for him. This taps into her primal brain, making her do everything she can to get you. Number 9. Nickname her. Giving her a unique nickname that means something to her is a surefire way to make her miss you, because every time she hears this name, she will immediately think of you. Now, I wouldn't recommend giving her a nickname that is so uncommon that she will probably never hear it again. It must be common enough that she encounters it again. As I previously stated, it must be important and relevant. Perhaps you create a nickname for her based on her favorite food, TV show, or color. What you're doing here is making her associate things with memories of you. This is called associative memory in psychology and is highly effective. In the next part, let's jump right into 9 ways to identify fake people. 1. Inconsistent stories. Beware of those whose tales wander and contradict. The stories of fake people often lack consistency, revealing a facade they struggle to maintain. These individuals are like chameleons, constantly altering their stories to fit the situation or audience. Their narratives often change dramatically over time as they forget the details of their own fabrications or find new stories that serve their purpose better. This inconsistency isn't just a harmless trait. It's a deliberate tactic used to manipulate or impress others. Inconsistent stories are a hallmark of a lack of authenticity. Real people with genuine experiences have no need to constantly change their stories. Their life narratives are consistent. While they might forget minor details, the core of their stories remains the same over time. Fake people, on the other hand, often find themselves trapped in a web of their own deceptions. As they struggle to keep track of their various tales, discrepancies become more apparent. This behavior can be particularly damaging in personal relationships and professional settings. In personal relationships, inconsistent stories can lead to a breakdown in trust. After all, if you can't trust someone to tell you the truth about their past, how can you trust them with your future? In professional environments, these inconsistencies can lead to a toxic workplace atmosphere where colleagues can't rely on each other and superiors can't make informed decisions. Identifying such individuals requires attentiveness and a good memory for details. By paying close attention to what someone says over time, patterns of inconsistency can emerge. This vigilance is not about being paranoid, but about protecting oneself from potential manipulation or deceit. When faced with inconsistent stories, it's important to question the narrative and seek clarity. Often simply asking for more details or clarification can unravel a fake story, as the person may struggle to maintain the facade under scrutiny. 2. Superficial connections. Scratch the surface and you'll find shallow roots. Fake individuals prefer breadth over depth in their relationships, rarely forming meaningful bonds. These people often have a long list of acquaintances, but very few, if any, true friends. Their connections are based on what others can offer them, rather than mutual respect or genuine affection. Superficial connections are a strategy, a way to navigate social landscapes without ever truly committing to anyone. These shallow relationships are characterized by a lack of depth and understanding. Fake people don't invest the time and emotional energy needed to build real connections. They might know many people, but their knowledge of these individuals is often limited to surface-level details, names, job titles, and other basic information. There's no sharing of personal struggles, no deep conversations about hopes and dreams, and no genuine emotional support. This approach to relationships is inherently self-serving. Fake individuals engage with others based on what they can gain, be it social status, professional advantages, or other benefits. They're often seen flitting from group to group, always seeking the most advantageous association. In doing so, they miss out on the true value of deep, meaningful relationships, the kind that provides support in tough times, joy in good times, and growth throughout life. The impact of such superficial connections can be profound. For those who form connections with these fake individuals, it can lead to feelings of being used or unappreciated. For the fake individuals themselves, it can result in a lonely existence devoid of true companionship and support. They may find themselves surrounded by people, but lacking any real connection to any of them. To identify such superficiality, look for patterns in how individuals discuss their relationships. Do they only talk about what others can do for them? Do they change social circles frequently? This behavior is often employed in both personal and professional contexts. 3. Excessive flattery. Beware of those who lay it on too thick. Excessive flattery is often used to mask true intentions and can be a sign of insincerity. Genuine compliments are specific and relate to real achievements or qualities, while flattery is often vague, exaggerated, and given without any real basis. This behavior is particularly common among fake individuals who use flattery as a tool to manipulate or curry favor. They may shower you with praise to gain your trust or to distract you from their lack of authenticity. The danger of excessive flattery lies in its ability to mislead, creating an environment where genuine talent and effort are overshadowed by empty words. Moreover, those who frequently use excessive flattery often struggle with authenticity in other aspects of their lives. They may have a skewed perception of relationships, viewing them as transactions rather than mutual connections. This transactional approach can lead to a superficial social circle where people are valued for what they can provide rather than who they are. To navigate through such deceit, it's essential to learn to differentiate between genuine praise and flattery. Genuine compliments are usually specific, related to real achievements or qualities, and given without expectation of something in return. In contrast, flattery often feels vague, exaggerated, or unrelated to actual accomplishments. Being aware of these differences can help in identifying individuals who use excessive flattery as a deceptive tactic. Number 4, lack of empathy. A hollow heart can't empathize. Those who are insincere often show a notable absence of genuine concern and empathy for others. This lack of empathy is a significant red flag, indicating a person who is unable or unwilling to connect with others on an emotional level. Such individuals often disregard the feelings and needs of others, focusing solely on their own desires and objectives. The absence of empathy in a person's behavior can manifest in various ways. It may be evident in their indifference to others' difficulties, or in their inability to celebrate others' successes genuinely. They might disregard the emotional well-being of those around them, or fail to offer support when it's needed. In more extreme cases, a lack of empathy can lead to manipulative or harmful behaviors, as the individual does not fully consider or care about the impact of their actions on others. This characteristic is particularly damaging in relationships, whether personal or professional. In personal relationships, a lack of empathy can prevent the development of a deep, meaningful connection. It can lead to a one-sided relationship where one person's needs and feelings are consistently ignored or undervalued. In professional settings, it can create a hostile and uncollaborative environment, as colleagues and employees may feel undervalued and misunderstood. Identifying a lack of empathy involves observing how individuals respond to situations that require emotional understanding. Do they show genuine concern when others are upset or in distress? Are they able to celebrate others' successes without making it about themselves? Do they show understanding and patience during difficult times? Answering these questions can provide insight into whether a person lacks empathy, which is a crucial component of genuine and healthy relationships. Number 5, manipulative behavior. Strings are for puppets, not people. Fake individuals often manipulate others for personal gain, disregarding the feelings of those around them. This manipulative behavior is a deliberate strategy to control or influence others to achieve one's own goals. It can take many forms, from subtle emotional manipulation to overt exploitation. Such behavior is inherently selfish and shows a blatant disregard for the well-being and autonomy of others. Manipulators often possess a keen understanding of human psychology and use this knowledge to their advantage. They might use guilt, charm, coercion, or deceit to get what they want. This manipulation can be particularly damaging, as it often goes unnoticed until significant harm has been done. The victims of manipulation might find themselves in situations where they feel confused, guilty, or even responsible for the manipulator's actions. In personal relationships, manipulative behavior can lead to a toxic dynamic where one person constantly feels under pressure to meet the other's demands or expectations. This can lead to a loss of self-esteem, anxiety, and emotional distress. In professional settings, recognizing and addressing manipulative behavior is crucial for maintaining healthy, respectful, and authentic relationships. By being aware of these tactics and taking steps to protect oneself, it's possible to build connections based on mutual respect and genuine understanding, rather than manipulation and deceit. Number 6. Frequent disappearance. When the going gets tough, the fake get going. Notice those who only appear in good times but vanish during challenges. This pattern of frequent disappearance is a telltale sign of a fair-weather friend or colleague, someone who is there for the ride but not for the journey. These individuals are quick to bask in shared successes or joyous occasions, but conspicuously absent during moments of difficulty or need. The harm of this behavior lies not just in the absence itself, but in the false sense of reliability it creates. People who frequently disappear betray the trust placed in them, leaving friends, family, or colleagues feeling abandoned and unsupported. In personal relationships, this can lead to feelings of loneliness and betrayal, as the individual realizes that their connection is contingent on positive circumstances. Professionally, it can disrupt team dynamics and hinder progress, as these individuals fail to contribute in times of stress or challenge. Identifying such individuals requires keen observation of patterns over time. It's important to notice not just who is present in moments of success or celebration, but also who remains when situations become challenging. Loyalty and reliability are proven in adversity, not in ease. Number 7. Broken promises. A castle built on promises is built on air. Fake people make commitments easily but seldom follow through. This tendency to break promises is a critical indicator of a lack of integrity and reliability. Making a promise is, in essence, giving one's word. Breaking it is a sign of disrespect towards the recipient and oneself. It erodes trust and damages relationships, whether personal or professional. The impact of broken promises goes beyond the immediate disappointment or inconvenience. Repeatedly breaking promises can lead to a loss of credibility and respect. In personal relationships, it can cause emotional harm, creating an environment of uncertainty and insecurity. In professional settings, it undermines one's reputation and can jeopardize career opportunities and relationships with colleagues and superiors. To deal with individuals prone to breaking promises, it is crucial to set clear expectations and boundaries. Holding them accountable for their commitments can sometimes prompt a change in behavior. However, it's also important to protect oneself from the potential negative impacts of their unreliability by not relying solely on their promises. Number 8. Excessive self-promotion. In their world, the spotlight never dims. Self-centered and constantly seeking attention, fake individuals often exaggerate their achievements. This excessive self-promotion is not just about having confidence or a strong sense of self. It's about a deep-seated need for validation and admiration. Such individuals often have an inflated sense of their own importance and believe they deserve constant recognition and praise. This behavior can be disruptive in both personal and professional environments. In personal relationships, it can lead to a lack of balance, where one person's needs and achievements overshadow everyone else's. Professionally, it can create a toxic environment where collaboration and teamwork are undermined by one person's need to stand out at all costs. Recognizing excessive self-promotion involves paying attention to how individuals talk about themselves and their achievements. Do they consistently dominate conversations with tales of their accomplishments? Do they exaggerate or fabricate details to appear more successful or important? Such patterns can indicate a tendency towards self-promotion that borders on inauthenticity. Number 9. Unreliable instincts. Trust your gut. Often our instincts can sense inauthenticity before our mind can rationalize it. This intuitive feeling, sometimes referred to as a gut feeling, is an important tool in identifying fake people. Our subconscious can pick up on subtle cues and inconsistencies that our conscious mind might miss or rationalize away. However, it's important to remember that instincts are not infallible. They can be influenced by our biases and past experiences. Therefore, while it's crucial to listen to your instincts, it's also important to balance them with rational thought and observation. If your gut is telling you that someone is insincere, take a step back and observe their behavior more objectively. Look for patterns and evidence that either confirm or contradict your intuition. Unreliable instincts can lead us astray, particularly in complex social situations where our biases and preconceptions play a significant role. Cultivating self-awareness and being mindful of these biases can help refine our instincts, making them a more reliable guide in assessing the authenticity of those around us. In conclusion, while instincts are a valuable tool in identifying fake people, they should be used in conjunction with rational analysis and observation. By doing so, we can develop a more accurate and nuanced understanding of the people we interact with, allowing us to form more authentic and meaningful relationships. As we navigate through the complexities of human relationships, understanding the signs of inauthenticity is crucial. Remember, the journey towards genuine connections is paved with awareness and wisdom. We've explored the subtle yet significant traits that reveal the true nature of those around us, from the inconsistencies in their stories to the unreliability of their commitments. Each sign is a guidepost on this journey, but the quest doesn't end here. Our channel is dedicated to empowering you with insights and knowledge to enhance your understanding of human behavior and relationships. By subscribing, you join a community committed to personal growth and authentic living. Don't let the journey stop with this video. Hit the like button if you found these insights valuable, and subscribe to stay updated with more content that enlightens and inspires. Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Your story could be the beacon that guides someone else to clarity. Together, let's build a world where authenticity reigns and genuine connections thrive. Remember, your intuition is your compass, and your willingness to learn is the key to navigating the seas of relationships. Thank you for watching, and remember, in a world full of facades, your authenticity is your greatest strength. Embrace it, nurture it, and watch your relationships flourish in the light of truth. Imagine stepping into a world where your kindness is seen not as a virtue, but as a weakness, where your generosity is exploited and your compassion becomes a tool in the hands of others to manipulate and control you. This isn't a dystopian fiction. It's a stark reality for many who practice unguarded kindness. Today, we're delving into the Stoic perspective on kindness and exploring the 10 ways how excessive kindness can actually ruin your life. 1. The loss of respect. Consider this simple example to illustrate the loss of respect from excessive kindness. Imagine always lending money to friends without asking when they'll return it. Initially, they might appreciate your generosity, but over time, they begin to expect it. Your kindness has inadvertently taught them that your resources are always available, leading to a lack of appreciation and respect for your financial boundaries. The solution lies in setting clear boundaries. Next time a friend asks for a loan, gently remind them of your policy for repayment or offer alternatives like helping them budget. This approach respects both your resources and maintains the integrity of your relationships. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-respect and the value of boundaries. By setting these limits, we ensure our kindness is appreciated and respected, not taken for granted. 2. Being overburdened. Visualize yourself as the always available volunteer at your child's school. Your name echoes in every corridor, synonymous with tireless help at bake sales, plays, and field trips. Initially, this involvement brings a sense of accomplishment, but soon the toll becomes evident. Your personal time shrinks, your energy wanes, and your hobbies, once a source of joy, now sit in neglect. This is the classic trap of overextending oneself in the spirit of kindness. Stoicism, with its emphasis on balance and inner tranquility, teaches us to avoid such extremes. It's essential to strike a harmonious balance between assisting others and nurturing our own needs. Reflect on the activities that align with your passions and bring genuine fulfillment. Prioritize these and allow yourself to step back from the rest. Embracing the Stoic principle of moderation, begin to practice saying no with grace and conviction. This is not about withdrawing your support, but about redistributing your energy more wisely. By selectively engaging in activities that resonate with you, your contributions become more impactful, and your personal well-being remains intact. This balanced approach ensures that your kindness is a sustainable gift to your community and to yourself. 3. Exploitation by others. Consider the friend who always calls you for favors, never for a casual chat. You help, but it feels one-sided. Stoicism reminds us to be discerning. It's time to have an honest conversation with your friend. Set clear expectations about your willingness to help and observe if the relationship balances or remains lopsided. This approach will help you invest your kindness where it's valued and not exploited. 4. Loss of personal goals and ambitions. Imagine having dreams like mastering a new language or starting a business. These goals are part of who you are, yet they're sidelined by your constant help to others. Your time is spent on friends' needs and family requests, leaving little for your ambitions. Here's where Stoicism's emphasis on personal growth becomes vital. It teaches us to value our development as much as we value helping others. It's time to recalibrate your priorities. Start by scheduling specific time for your goals, treating them with the same seriousness as your commitments to others. This isn't selfishness, it's essential for your growth. By allotting dedicated time for your ambitions, you honor your aspirations while maintaining your supportive role. This balanced approach ensures you nurture your dreams without neglecting others, leading to a more fulfilling life. If you made it this far, feel free to like and subscribe so you won't miss any videos in the future. 5. Emotional exhaustion. Imagine always being the shoulder to cry on, the problem solver. While you're there for everyone, who's there for you? You feel emotionally drained. Stoicism teaches the importance of emotional resilience. Start setting emotional boundaries. It's okay to offer support, but not at the cost of your emotional health. Practice self-care routines to recharge your emotional batteries. 6. Being perceived as inauthentic. When you constantly say yes when you want to say no, it can lead others to question your sincerity. This habit of being overly accommodating, while often well-intentioned, may result in a perception of inauthenticity. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy valuing wisdom and self-control, encourages authenticity. It suggests that being true to your feelings and openly expressing your genuine thoughts and opinions is not just about self-honesty, but also about cultivating respect and trust from others. Authenticity, according to Stoicism, aligns your actions with your inner values, leading to a more fulfilling life. This approach is not only liberating, but also builds stronger, more honest relationships. While it might be challenging initially to express your true feelings, especially when they go against the grain, this honesty can bring a sense of peace and clarity. It removes pretense, allowing for deeper connections. Ultimately, embracing authenticity brings both personal peace and enhances your relationships. It shows strength of character and earns respect from those around you. In a world where sincerity is rare, choosing to be genuine is both revolutionary and deeply rewarding. 7. The development of resentment. When you're consistently compromising your preferences to accommodate others, it can lead to a build-up of resentment. Continually setting aside your desires or choices for the sake of others might seem selfless, but it often comes at the cost of your own well-being. Stoicism, a philosophy grounded in mastering control over one's emotions, cautions against harboring such negative feelings. It emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and addressing them before they escalate. The Stoic approach encourages you to start voicing your preferences and assertively stand your ground in decision-making processes. This doesn't mean becoming inflexible or uncooperative, but rather finding a fair balance between your needs and those of others. It's about establishing boundaries that allow you to maintain your integrity and self-respect while still being considerate of others' needs. Initiating this change might be challenging, especially if you're used to always yielding. However, it's essential for your emotional health and personal growth. By expressing your true preferences and participating actively in decision-making, you not only alleviate feelings of resentment, but also foster healthier, more balanced relationships. Remember, finding harmony between your needs and the needs of others is key to personal contentment and emotional well-being. 8. Financial strain. Imagine being the person everyone turns to for financial help, whether it's a friend short on rent or a relative facing unexpected bills. You're always ready to assist. It feels good to be so generous, to be the one who can always be counted on. However, over time, this generosity starts to impact your own finances. Your savings are not growing, they might even be shrinking. You find yourself hesitating before checking your bank balance, a clear sign that your financial health is suffering due to your constant generosity. This is where the wisdom of Stoicism can guide you. Stoics believed in living a life of moderation, including how we handle our finances. They taught that helping others is noble, but not at the cost of our own stability. It's time to apply this wisdom to your life. Start by assessing your financial situation and setting a budget for charitable giving and personal loans. This isn't about stopping your generosity, but about managing it wisely. When friends or family ask for financial aid, consider offering support in non-monetary ways, like giving advice or helping them to budget. If you do lend money, make it clear it's within your means and set terms for repayment. By practicing this Stoic principle of moderation, you can maintain your generous spirit without putting your financial future at risk. This balanced approach ensures that your kindness is a sustainable part of your life, not a source of personal strain. 9. Neglecting close relationships. In the pursuit of kindness and benevolence towards everyone, there is a risk of inadvertently neglecting the very relationships that form the cornerstone of our lives. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in practical wisdom, emphasizes the significance of nurturing deep and meaningful connections with those closest to us. It is vital to remember that while extending kindness to all is commendable, our closest relationships, those with family and dear friends, deserve our utmost attention and care. Often in the hustle of daily life and the noble endeavor to be universally kind, we may overlook the needs and importance of those who are consistently present in our lives. These are the individuals who offer unwavering support, understand our deepest fears and joys, and contribute significantly to our personal growth and well-being. Therefore, it is essential to periodically re-evaluate our commitments and priorities. Making time for family and close friends is not just a duty, but a nurturing of the bonds that sustain us emotionally and psychologically. This doesn't mean diminishing the kindness we offer to others. Rather, it's about striking a delicate balance. By consciously allocating time and energy to our personal relationships, we enrich our lives and deepen the connections that truly matter. In doing so, we embody the Stoic ideal of living a life that is not only kind, but also profoundly connected and fulfilling. 10. The illusion of control. You believe your kindness can solve everyone's problems, but some situations are beyond your control. Stoicism teaches acceptance of what we can't change. Focus your kindness where it can make a difference and accept that some things are out of your hands. This acceptance will bring you peace and more effective use of your compassionate efforts. In the Stoic philosophy, kindness must be balanced with wisdom, self-respect, and self-awareness. It's about finding the middle path where kindness is a strength, not a vulnerability. Remember, it's not about diminishing kindness, but about practicing it with discernment and balance. If you like the video, I would appreciate a like and a comment. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. See you next time.